What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's documentary review of The Alpinist. This film is directed by Peter Mortimer and Nick Rosen. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome, hit that like button, as well as comment below on any video that you watch, including this one. So The Alpinist is a documentary that follows the life and death of the world-famous free solo / alpinist that was, of course, Marc-André Leclerc. He was an individual that truly loved to climb mountain faces, to climb rock faces. Ever since he was a child, his mom encouraged him, and he was a guy that actually broke records and did kind of amazing things, climbing solo on some mountain faces that had never been climbed solo before, like Mount Eggers and stuff like that. And he was an individual that through social media, through, Instagram and social posts and stuff like that, became so iconic of his generation that when he eventually died and kind of disappeared on a world famous mountaintop, he was considered an icon, a guy that everybody was going to remember as one of the greatest. And this documentary basically follows that trajectory. It shows him climbing mountains. It shows him kind of, not really wanting to be in the spotlight. He was very much for himself. He had a girlfriend named Britt. And he was just an individual that really found the idea of climbing mountains, which is a very dangerous sport, something of a cathartic experience. So that's why he became a professional mountain climber. And so with that said, from the point when you literally start the film, you see this nice, beautiful landscape, this beautiful, gorgeous mountain, and then you see this little speck on the side of the mountain, and as you pan in, which I'm sure they use like drones, or what they did in this film is pretty remarkable in essence when it comes to camera work, but you see this little object climbing the mountain, then you pull in on it, and it is Marc-André Leclerc, and he's just doing his typical climbing. He's climbing this crazy rock mountain that's very dangerous, and if you're not a fan of heights, if you're not a fan of people that have free solo or not use ropes, then it's a little uncomfortable when you watch the film, because it definitely, there's many times in this film where they are climbing rocks without safety equipment. When you watch something like this and you watch what has to go into it, the documentarians have to leave the free soloist alone so he can, keep his mind on the actual rock climbing, but they're also not protecting him. They're allowing him, if he falls, they're going to see him fall and kill himself, and that is the dangerous aspect of this kind of documentary aspect. But what they're doing is also capturing the awe-inspiring, the amazing look, the amazing nature of what it is like to have somebody climb up thousands of feet with sometimes no protective gears. When you're watching this documentary and you're seeing the documentarians kind of film his climbs or have footage that they've been given that will show his climbs and stuff like that, it really is remarkable to watch, and it's something unlike anything other documentaries do that aren't poignant, with dealing with other controls and stuff like that. And it was also a documentary that came out in like 96, 97 that was on IMAX, which was Everest, which showed climbing through Mount Everest. But these documentaries are 2 parts nerve-wracking and 2 parts awe-inspiring, but just wholly just kind of encompassing with all the kind of crazy, chaotic fears and glorious attempts of just watching something remarkable happen on the screen. And that's why, even with this documentary being very similar to something like Free Solo, it's a documentary that just shows you kind of just how remarkable the human condition is when it comes to doing something. It shows you just the passion and love and scary and just everything that you fear, and just kind of every emotion that you can run through is put into a documentary like this. And that's what makes it so astounding and so mind-blowing and so breathtaking. And just everything about this documentary is just, even though it goes to some really dark places and it ends on a really sad note because unfortunately he died, it's a documentary that just shows you the true nature and true passion of one individual's just drive to do something that a lot of people, even myself, will never accomplish in their career, which is just a remarkable thing. And the love he had for his girlfriend Britt, the love he had for his family, the love he had for the career that he chose, because this was his career, makes it for an astounding piece of documentary filmmaking. And on top of that, like, some of the shots they get in this movie are they're remarkable. They really are. I don't know if they use drones. I don't know if they use another climber that was right next to Mark, which they probably use both. But it's a very just kind of satisfying, just very awe-inspiring type of look into a human being. And I appreciate that. I really loved it. I really thought it was just a remarkable remarkable documentary that had a lot of great moments, had a lot of, you know, heart-wrenching moments, had a lot of stuff that makes me fearsome when it comes to even thinking about attempting something like that. And, you know, it's really kind of sad that Marc-André Leclerc died, but he died doing what he loved. And, you know, unfortunately, the nature of his job is a very dangerous one. And like has been said, this career, this aspiration has a high mortality rate. It's just an unfortunate nature of events. But in the end, that's not what this documentary is about. It's about one man's journey, one man's passion, one look into a world that is just beautiful and frightening and awe-inspiring and chaotic and cool and emotional. And that's in the end what this documentary just presents itself, like Free Solo or, you know, Grizzly Man and so on and so forth. These documentaries that just show people who have this passion, and you really see it on screen. You see it from the climbs and him with the girlfriend and stuff like that. So it's a really emotional documentary. It has a lot of great moments from the very start of this film. Like I said, when you see the big mountaintop and you see the little speck of the guy, to the end when you see the same mountaintop and he's finished climbing and you see the speck and it pulls back. There's just a lot of great stuff for this documentary. So I highly recommend it. If you've seen Free Solo, definitely check this one out. And it's a very cathartic experience. So like I said, you go into it and you realize that even if you have something small, something passionate you're passionate about, go for it, because like him, you'll find some, you know, huge enjoyment out of that passion. So that'll do it. That'll be my take on The Alpinist. Thank you so much for watching. Comments below. Did you see Free Solo? Did you enjoy it? Are you looking forward to this movie? All that good stuff. Otherwise, hit the comments below. And if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.